So in today's Reptile Room update, I have a big announcement for you guys. But in order to share that big announcement with you guys, I also wanted to share that moment with one of my big snakes. So this is my biggest ball python female. That's right. I bet you guys didn't expect me to bring out one of my ball pythons, but this is her, and we're going to be sharing some really cool news with you guys, so stick around. My name is Nick Pulaski. Growing up, I have always had a passion for wildlife, and with that passion, along with my passion of filmmaking, I get taken on some amazing adventures creating wildlife content, getting up close with a variety of incredible animals. So come follow along as I pursue my goals of educating, inspiring, exploring, and conserving wildlife, all while having fun, seeing the beauty in our natural world. Hey, what is going on, everybody? Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. It truly means the world to me. As you can expect, you guys are probably shocked I didn't pull out Eddie, my Burmese python, but he is actually not my biggest snake that I have currently. He definitely will surpass this girl, but this is the biggest snake that I have currently, and this is my 100% Headford pied female, and she is just a big girl. She's a big mama, that's for sure. So she is really heavy, and definitely has put on a lot of size, so she definitely is a two-handful kind of snake, and I love her to death. She is just super incredible. I just wanted to update you on her and go over this big announcement with you guys. So without further ado, I wanted to tell you guys in excitement that I will be vending once again the NARBC Tinley Park Reptile Expo in October from the 7th to the 9th. So bare minimum, I hope to meet you guys at the Reptile Expo. It's going to be an amazing time. The NARBC Tinley Park shows always are. I always go to the October shows as well as the March shows. They're just a good time for everyone, and the weekend is just a whole lot of fun. I will be vending at the Rainforest Junkies booth, so I will have a table over there, so definitely come check me out. We're right by the entrance. If you just come in and you turn to the right, you're gonna find us, so definitely come by, definitely come say hi. But besides just coming by and saying hi, I hope you guys definitely check out our reptiles that we're gonna have there. We're gonna have ball pythons there, no holdbacks this year from the breedings that we had, so definitely come check out what we produced. Hopefully maybe you guys will walk away with one of our babies. That'd be really cool. Almost all the babies now are on food, so that's great. So once these babies all get food into their system and they have taken at least 5 meals, I'd say for me 5 or 6 meals, I normally am comfortable, and I normally try to switch them over to frozen thawed. Once they do that, I normally put them up for sale. So if everything keeps going as planned, we're going to have all these babies ready for Tinley. So I'm super stoked. But that's the big news with this big mama right here that I wanted to share with you guys. It's been just a really exciting time. I'm super stoked to be vending again in Tinley. It's always a great time. Like I said, we always have a blast. That's what the fun is of these shows, is actually getting all together and meeting new people. It's always a lot of fun at Tinley Park because it's just a whole huge melting pot from across the country, and even sometimes across the globe. Some people come from all over. It's really cool. But yeah, that's the big news. I will be vending October 7th through the 9th at the NARBC Tinley Park Reptile Expo. So definitely come, check us out, say hi. But yeah, besides that big news, we have Johnny over here. Johnny, if you saw my updates on Instagram, definitely check me out on my social media if you haven't already. But Johnny has explored the other side of the enclosure. So I was so bummed that I missed his debut going over across the tunnel to the other side, but he actually did it, and it was really cool to see him on the other side. And what's really cool is normally he was a snake that was very to himself and he wasn't out much. Normally would interact with me, but only on like feeding days and stuff like that if he knew he was getting fed. But now he's actually out a lot more. He's more curious, he's more sprawled out. I'm super happy that we gave him more space, and like I said, this is at a bare minimum. We're definitely doing more updates to the enclosures on both sides down the line, so he is going to be getting more and more updates to that enclosure, and hopefully down the line we will also find him a girlfriend to go along with him, and we'll raise her up and go in that enclosure as well. And obviously we may have to keep them separate for a while to raise them up to size, make sure that everything is okay, but once that's all good, it's off to the races, and hopefully we can start breeding some red-tailed green rat snakes. It's a project that's been in the works for me, a dream project that's been in the works for me for a long time now, but if we hit the odds, it's going to be a big hit and a big win for me. I'm going to be just super excited just to have one clutch of these guys. It's going to be really rewarding for me, that's for sure. But yeah, so Johnny is out more. He's not necessarily always in his cave anymore, so it's super cool to just kind of see him hanging out. He's hanging out actually right now. I've had Johnny for a long time now. He was a wild caught animal, but I mean, he has grown to adapt, become more comfortable around me. He definitely will take a bite out of me if he wanted to and had the opportunity, but I definitely think he's not like afraid of me if I'm in the room or anything like that. He's definitely more curious, so he definitely will just come up to the panel, see what's going on. But it's just really cool. I love giving this guy a lot more space. I'm super excited to do some more updates for his enclosure as well too. I have some really cool ideas in the works, so we'll keep on improving Johnny's enclosure. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it, so definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, going along the lines of enclosure updates, So like I said, we're going to be continuously updating Johnny's enclosure over here. Johnny's checking out this ball python right over here, and they're both kind of just looking at each other like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, kind of going off of the updates to enclosures. Like I said, we're going to be updating Johnny's enclosure over here. Then I also have that secret project for the other arboreal section that I have to work on as well too. I just have to fix the door for that. We have the redfoot enclosures that we're just updating. We're going to continuously work on those to keep those like really cool and updated as well. They are doing fantastic in there. It's super cool seeing them come out throughout the day. They definitely have a really cool cycle. It's great having things on an automated system because I have my misters on a system as well as the lighting system. So these guys know at a set time the misters will turn on and they will come out and they will be active, as well as the lights will come off and come on at a certain time, and then they will determine their activeness as well. So it's super helpful and super efficient. You don't necessarily have to worry about constantly turning on the lights, turning off the lights. You don't want to be lazy, obviously. You definitely want to worry about upkeep, but it's just one of those game changers that you definitely want to invest in and look into for sure. That's what I would say. It was super exciting because just last week I fed the Stimson's pythons as well as Wally, the Wolma male python. Everyone ate. It was great. It's super cool to see everyone eat. They are just really cool snakes. I'm super excited to have those guys. Shout out again to TK Exotics for those guys. They look great. They are just eating champs. Excited to see them grow and produce, and it's going to be really exciting. Hopefully we can get the Stimson's pythons to produce this year. That would be really cool to do. So let me know, guys, down in the comments what you guys thought of these Stimson's pythons. I would love to hear that, as well as Wally the Wolma python as well. These guys are just awesome. And how cool is Wally the Wolma python? He is really a stunning male, that's for sure. Definitely getting some inquiries on babies already. So hopefully, I mean, we don't want to count the chickens before they hatch. I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that that Wolma project goes successfully, and my first year especially in producing Wolma pythons, because I want to hold back some Wolmas myself. So really excited for that project. I know Wendy and Willow are excited to meet their new boyfriend, but we just got to raise him up, so we'll see where he is in a year or two. So really excited for that. But besides that, getting back to ball pythons, the ball python breeding season is among us for this coming year. So just finalizing my projects, making sure that everything that I want to produce this year hopefully goes this year, making sure I have backups just in case, because I think this is going to be a great year for production for us. It's going to definitely be a bigger year for production is the hope and the goal. So we're going to hopefully finalize and map out our final pairings to lock in for this coming season, and we'll start pairing in November. So really excited there. But yeah, otherwise though, I mean, it's just basically focusing on the ball python breeding season for this coming year, updating enclosures as well. We also have to get in the leopard tortoises over here. That's going to be another big project that we're going to be working on this month as well too. They are doing fantastic though. They have been eating like champs, but there is a scare though with one of them, and it's actually Tinley, unfortunately. Tinley has honestly been pretty lethargic for the past month and a half. And he's definitely been in quarantine, but it's definitely something that's been worrisome. So we've been monitoring him with a vet, and it's definitely something that's frustrating because with hatchlings, I mean, you do everything right and you see how everyone else is doing with the exact same type of care, but for some reason he's kind of on a downward slope, and I'm not understanding why. So we're just constantly, I've been with 3 vets now, trying to figure out what's going on with him, why he's lethargic, what's going on. But just seeing him not doing well is just definitely something that's heartbreaking, you know? I mean, unfortunately, he hasn't been putting on as much size. He definitely was for a while, and then he just kind of like stopped, and he just completely just stopped eating and stuff like that. So that was something that was a huge alarming kind of thing for me, and he just started being lethargic. So he's been in quarantine. He's been away from the other tortoises. The other tortoises are doing great, the other 2. I'm really pulling for him. I'm really hoping that things go well, because it'd be devastating if we lost him for sure. So just fingers crossed, hopefully everything goes well. Hopefully we can see him one day once he gets better and he recovers, and I know that he is for sure okay. Hopefully we can get him in here with the other 2 leopard tortoises as well. That would be great. So yep, that's what's going on with that. So all we can do now is just hope for the best. I've been to the vet now probably like 5 times just with him alone, because it's been just a process. It's all about being prepared for these kind of things, having a good vet on hand. And I definitely have a good vet on hand, but I just wanted some more opinions because I wasn't seeing any progress. So I just wanted to see what else we could do. But at the end of the day, at least I know that I'm doing all that I can. So that's all I can ask for. Yeah, like I said, guys, we're basically just going to be improving enclosures, working with the ball pythons, getting them ready for this upcoming season, as well as maybe the Stimson's pythons as well, trying to see those guys and see if those guys go as well, and worrying about Tinley, and hopefully he improves and he bounces back so we can see him in this enclosure. That's my plan, is to be working on this leopard tortoise enclosure next. So we have basically everything all mapped out in here, so it'll be really cool. But thank you guys so much for joining me here today. I know we've had some good news and some bad news in this reptile room tour today, and just kind of happens sometimes. It's life, right? I mean, you can't sugarcoat anything, and I'm not trying to, you know. I mean, these are things that are happening, and I want to keep you guys in real time what's going on. So thank you guys again for watching today's video. If you could do me a few favors, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it, as well as hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. Definitely check me out on my social media. I'll be updating you guys on everyone's progress as we keep going and moving on, as well as any other shows that I will potentially be vending for the remainder of the year. It's going to be really exciting. Not even just vending, if there's any shows that I'm going to, I always try to keep you guys in the loop as well too, because I always love meeting you guys there. This community has been awesome, and it's been growing tremendously, and I appreciate all of you and welcome all the new viewers as well too. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate you guys, and excited to see where this channel grows as we continue moving forward. One last time, thank you guys again for watching. It truly means the world to me, and until next time, we will see you guys soon. Take care.